This is the Kerwin and Mendler theories by Emily Kelly.
Kerwin and Mendler talked about discipline with dignity, and our first question was, what is dignity? And it is the respect for life and for oneself. And what does discipline with dignity do? It gives teachers the appropriate classroom skills and techniques that allow them to spend less time dealing with behavioral problems and more time on positive interactions with their students.
The following are the 8 basic principles of Kerwin and Mendler's model. They explain what should be happening while the model is being implemented. The first and most important principles of the model are dealing with student behavior is part of the job. And as prospective teachers, we must always remember we have to stay calm so our students stay calm and our classroom does not get out of hand. Long-term behavioral change, not quick fixes. Be a model of what you expect. Rules must make sense and they must be always age appropriate, and they must always be what the teacher and students need. Always treat students with dignity. Responsibility is more important than obedience. Stop doing ineffective things such as putting a child in the corner when they only end up acting out more because you put them in the corner near their friends. You can be fair without always having to treat everyone the same.
In the Kerwin and Mendler model, there are 3 dimensions, and they are prevention, action, and resolution.
Prevention is the first dimension of the model, and it describes what teachers can do to prevent discipline problems from happening, and there are 7 stages in the part of the prevention model.
Stage 1 of the prevention is increasing teacher self-awareness, and we believe that increasing teacher self-awareness allows for the teacher to reflect on how they are teaching, and is focusing on how to effectively run the classroom and build a bond with the student.
Stage 2 of the prevention part of the model is increasing student awareness, and we believe that this allows for the students to reflect on how they are learning and acting while in the classroom.
Stage 3 is expressing true feelings, and we believe that this is when teachers and students both are comfortable enough to express concerns and questions that they have in the classroom, and then it also allows the students to feel comfortable asking the teacher any questions, whether it be academic questions or personal questions.
Stage 4 is discovering and recognizing alternatives or other models of discipline. We believe that this is important because teachers must always be willing to find and implement many forms of discipline based on student need as well as teacher need to make sure her classroom is running effectively.
Stage 5 is motivating the students to learn. We believe that teachers need to use different forms of motivation to keep their students on tasks, and then students are excited to learn and participate because the teacher is making learning fun.
Stage 6 of the prevention part of the model is establishing social contracts with the class. This is a class-wide between teacher and student mutual agreement of rules and consequences that the students will follow in the classroom.
Stage 7 is the final stage, and it implements social contracts with the class, the organized and clear manner that the teacher will carry out the social contract in the classroom.
The second stage of Kerwin and Mendler's model is action, and it provides teachers with knowledge and skills to stop misbehavior when it occurs. And there are 9 principles.
The 9 principles of action are: be consistent by always implementing a consequence. So don't let one student do one action that you don't give a consequence to and another student does, and then you reprimand them for that. When the rule is broken, simply state the rule and consequence. Use the power of proximity by being close to the student when implementing a consequence, so you don't want to be standing across the room screaming at them about what they did wrong in their consequence. Make direct eye contact when delivering a consequence. Use a soft voice. You don't want to act mad at them. Don't embarrass the student in front of his or her peers. Don't, again, scream across the classroom so everyone can hear. Be firm and anger-free while delivering the consequence. And do not accept excuses, bargaining, or whining from the student about why they're receiving their consequence.
The final stage of the model is resolution, and this is necessary for out-of-control students. When they do not apply with the overall class social contract, they require a personal social contract that is come up with by the student and the teacher and everyone involved to make sure that the out-of-control student never acts the way that they do again.
Our final thoughts after we researched about Kerwin and Mendler is that their model is structured and yet it's flexible for teachers to make it their own, and it takes into the account the feelings and ideas of both the students and teachers involved. And then when the model is successful, there is an increased mutual respect between the teachers and students for a more well-run classroom. And these are our resources that we used.